Meteorologist Eric Ash.
Today for the Central Mountains, looking at quite a bit coverage of not just mostly cloudy to overcast skies, but some rain clouds and embedded thunderstorms to develop in the late afternoon into the evening time frame. The main threat from today's weather is going to be winds. Looking at gusts into the 40-45 mile per hour range associated with storms. Outside of storms, 15 to 30 mile per hour. That's a strong wind. Mainly a strong breeze for all of us, 15 to 25 miles per hour. Snake River Plain, chance of an isolated rain shower or thunderstorm to develop on or move onto the plain later in the daytime. Eastern Highlands, quite a bit more coverage is expected of rain and thunderstorm activity, especially in the southeast Highlands. There is some activity occurring at this moment pretty much south of Pocatello, but it will continue to make its way up north. This is a huge swath of active weather heading up north currently right now. It's reached over the border, the Utah-Idaho border right now. A chance of a severe thunderstorm would be anticipated for the southeast Highlands and the southwest Wyoming area. Today, Snake River Plain, a little bit cooler than yesterday. Looking at 70s, 79 for Idaho Falls, Pocatello 77, Rexburg 76, along with Blackfoot. Blackfoot's also at 76. Central Mountains looking at 80 and 82 for Chalice and Salmon. And then hanging out in the 70s, Leadore, Stanley 75, 72. And then towards the east in the eastern Highlands, West Wyoming. Again, anticipate possibility of severe thunderstorm towards the southeast Highlands and along their elevated areas along that Teton area. Temperatures will be in the 60s, except Driggs and Soda Springs. You'll be at 72 and 71 for your afternoon high temperature. Snake River Plain in the overnight hours. Good recovery. We're expecting recovery from all the active weather in the overnight hours, and then we'll do the same dance tomorrow, just a lot less in coverage. We'll be more drier tomorrow. Looking at 50s for the lows. Central Mountains looking at 50s and 40s in the lows, except Stanley, you have a low of 37 tomorrow morning. Eastern Highlands looking at 40s, all in the 40s for that low. Yellowstone down at 45 degrees. And now for the southeast Idaho Chevy dealer 7-day forecast. Pocatello. We've got one more day, breezy conditions, one more day of the wettest day until we get to Friday. Friday has another wave of low pressure moving over the area, influencing us and bringing another day of some pretty wet and some coverage of some rain clouds is expected to cross, especially for the elevated areas. But over the next couple of days, not just today, we'll be tapering off with that activity tomorrow. And then tomorrow, active weather will be sort of limited only to the elevated areas. Rexburg has a high of 76 today. And then again, chance of that active weather occurring again for all of us on Friday. Central Mountains, good coverage of some thunderstorm and rain cloud activity today in the last half of the day, afternoon into the evening. And for the Teton area, there is a chance in the southeast Highlands to would anticipate the possibility of a severe thunderstorm alert for you around the dinner time, bedtime time frame. A high of 69, hanging out in the 70s for the rest of the week. And again, that area of low pressure will influence us Friday into Saturday.
Eric Ash.
Okay, right now, a lot of activity has calmed down from yesterday and overnight hours. Most activity currently is to the south, very much so in Arizona and Utah. Now, as the day goes on, this obviously is going to flow northward and therefore give us another day of some active weather. And the daytime heating will definitely activate a lot more coverage as well. High pressure sitting over the central plains and the west coast under the influence of strong low pressure. We got some multiple areas, but the whole west coast is under the influence of low pressure, and that post-tropical system definitely deepened things as well. So we've got a mess going on moving in a northerly manner.